This is Roger with Wheel Kinetics in Tucson, Arizona. We're selling this truck. It's a 2000 Ford F350, regular cab, long bed, dual rear wheel, 7.3 liter turbo diesel. It's four-wheel drive and it's a Lariat, so it's leather. It only has 95,000 miles. It's a very unusual truck. We found evidence that it was probably a repo truck. In the bed, underneath the bed liner, are some like welded out holes and cuts, and there was no tailgate on it. So we believe that there was one of those little flip out Stinger tow hitches. That it was a repo vehicle. Anyhow, it also clearly came from a cold weather climate because there's some rust at the bottom of the driver door. Please just watch and look at the videos. Look at the video, look at the pictures in the gallery. It's a beautiful truck, but we have to tell you everything we see, so you know it runs and drives like brand new. It's got really good tires. We put a brand new aftermarket louvered tailgate on it. The tranny lines, we put new tranny lines on it. They were leaking a little bit. We wanted to make sure that there were no leaks at all in this thing, that it was perfect. It's perfect as we can make it without obviously rebuilding the entire vehicle. But anyway, let me walk through it real quick. There are your tires. That's your driver's tire. Well, this thing is super straight. Golly. Very rare to see a truck, a 13-year-old truck, as straight as this. Whoever drove it knew how to drive. At the very end, I'll throw the video camera underneath the truck a little bit so you can see what I'm talking about underneath it. I mean, it's not terrible. I've seen a million times worse, but I want you to see what you're buying so you know. And probably some of you from the East Coast are probably going to say that's nothing, but to us here in Arizona, you know what? I just saw something. There's a little thing right here in front of the little touch-up paint. We'll probably make that go away. I don't know why we didn't do that, but probably because we're kind of in a hurry to get this thing done. This is a really rare truck for us to have. It's pretty. Oh, there's a ding here on the rear bumper, down low. There's the louvered tailgate I was talking about. See if I can maybe pick up this bed liner, show you underneath there. Kind of hard to see. Here, see those panels? There's one over here, and there's a similar one. So there was a side to it here, on that side, and then back there. And it probably just swung right out of this thing. And then they backed up to a car and repoed it. See if I can give you some video of the undercarriage here. Our detail shop painted that, so you can't really tell there. I'll give you a better shot here in a second. Super straight, golly. Whew. Show you inside the door. It doesn't have this on the passenger side, so I imagine it's from the driver getting in and out of the snow and with his boots and like it just piling up at the bottom of the door and sitting there. You can see a little bit of it right there inside the door, but there's none on the door rail, so I don't know. I'm sure that you people who know this are probably saying that's nothing, but like I said to us, it is. We don't see it very often. But I do know a good truck when I see one, and this is one. There's your Ford stamp on the passenger fender. Right between my fingers is the Ford stamp on the driver core support. We put 2 new batteries in it. Stamps are where they belong on the core support. So these have never been replaced. It's never been wrecked in the front end. There's your Ford stamp right there on the driver fender. There's your motor. Let me see if I can get get this camera under here. There you go. This is what you got. It's that new training line we put on right there. Anyway, I don't think it's bad at all, but to us desert dwellers, we don't even know what that is. Oh, right underneath the door, this is where they jimmied the door to break the lock and they stole it. There's a theft recovery. There's your roof. Alright, let's see. Door panels. I showed you the bottom of the door. Get that key out. Let's see. There's your seat. Seat looks fantastic. Make sure it works. That works. Down, up, down, up. Alright. Alrighty then. The seats are in great shape. Wait to start. Alrighty then. There's your mileage. 95,806. Let's see if I can get us into some shade. That sun behind us here. Obviously they stole the stereo, but they were kind. They left the plug and the antenna. So that's not really a big problem. On the air. And that fan is blowing like a hurricane. And it's blowing cool. Let me leave it on for a little while and make sure it really is cool and it's not just cold air from outside. Although today it was 82 in early December here in Tucson. The overhead cluster. Ha ha ha. Does that ever work? No, it doesn't. If you want to buy this thing, you can just buy the little readout on eBay. They charge, I think some guys sell them for like $29 a piece. We used to buy them by the bushel and put them in because they never work. But then they blow out in about 3 months, so just do without it. It's a waste. Just make it your little cargo thing overhead. Alright, let's see. Let me see if I can get some shade here. There we go. There you go. There's your cluster. Let me put it into neutral. Put it into 4 low. There's 4 low. Put it into reverse. That would be reverse. Put it into drive. That's a lot of torque. That works perfect. 4 high. Put it in reverse. That works. Drive. 4 high works fine. Go back to 2-wheel drive, and we're there. Alright, what else we got? Let's see, we also have overdrive off and on. We have tilt wheel. So, let's go on for a ride real quick here. Alright. This truck's being sold on a clear title. It is a theft recovery, but it is on a clear title. So if you come to Tucson to drive it home, you're not going to have to pay for an inspection, but you will have to pay taxes and dock fees. Dock fee is $250, and taxes are city tax of 2%. Here in Tucson, it's 2% sales tax, plus whatever your state tax rate is. If your state tax rate is like 0%, like Alaska, Oregon, a couple other states, all you're going to pay is 2% tax and a $250 dock fee. Arizona residents have a state tax of 7.1%. So if you come to Tucson, you're going to pay a total of 9.1% tax and a $250 dock fee. If you pay by wire and ship, all you're going to pay is the agreed upon price. Try to turn it around so you can see the gauges without the sun glare. this is not a good time to do this. It's about 5:30 in the afternoon, and my guys called me back to do this video because the truck was spotless and they wanted to get a nice video done of it, but the glare sucks. Anyway, I'll go from 0 here. Anyway, there it is. It runs great. Typical Ford. It's got the little bit of a sloppy kind of loose steering, which is generally bushings and or ball joints, but if you've ever owned a Ford, you know that that is standard operating procedure. That said, I mean, on a 1 to 10 for a 2000 F350, I would give it probably a 6 or a 7 as far as the front end's concerned. Generally, that's a little rougher than this, but we like to let people know what they're buying as best we can describe. Could you drive it like this to Maine from Tucson? Absolutely. There's nothing really wrong with it. You just have to. We just have to let you know what you're buying, or else you'll be angry, right? Anyhow, that is it. Please make sure you get your deposit in. With no deposit, we don't have a deal. And that is all. Thank you very much.